If you have to beg here, what will be your name?
Boka.
Boka, what will be your name?
Nura.
Eh? Two come out today, mad.
Nura.
Eh?
Nura.
Nura, what will be your name? Kabiru, what will be your name?
Yakubu.
What will be your name?
Azam.
Azan. Show what beg in Osunu. All these people now, without a complaint for Benin ever since, say, see what Aboki they do, see what Fulani they do. But those state governments think say maybe we they play. You feel reluctant. You don't want to do anything about them. These people, they go from road to road. They vandalize government property. They vandalize all those drillage. That one not reach. They will go people house. They will go put people road. They will go people completed that if they're not their house. They will go put their wire. Now, they call this store. When I see how this store big reach, I'll go show you now where they bust. They enter yours now. Just imagine, they call this store. They carry more than 100 crates of drinks. More than 100 crates, maybe today. Now, they even get master key when they tell they open this place. When I see what they happen for a door, Maggie Gwala Boki, Maggie Gwala Fulani. This video so may get some of the whether not governor Mode Bevolo. Because the time when I don't use go take verse come out, it go be problem. That day, they kill what did they call them? Fulani for Uromi. Government, I be governor, you run, come out, go to settle with Northerners. Now, see what they do for our state. How you want to do this one? I don't give you back. Come go show me the place where they bust. Come go show me the place. See how this store big rich. Nothing there this shop again. They don't vandalize everything. More than 100 crates of drinks. Now they park. More they talk now. May the government, they open and go show them where they bust the enter. Come. Okay. From which other corner? Okay.
Different place. Everybody.
Now different place. See how? You can hear fear. Ubege. See where they bust. When they see they bust now, they carry drink, they will enter, they pass here, they carry drink, they come out. Where the other side? We they talk and I be like saying a film. Because when we start to slaughter all this Aboki and all these Fulani people, it will be like film. Near you where? I been in Lodo. Okay. See how they cut all the nets. Skills body enter. They call they pack people drink. Another one still there back. That one now no fear enter. They don't put block for them. When I see what they happen, but I see nothing there this store again. They don't empty everything. When I can't talk as now want to pay. Come, where you? Come. Una alaji. Sit down. Sit down. If you have the wagon here, Ubega here, Alaboki, Eya, Aboki Fulani, Eyaki. Marigua Aboki Redo. Even right now, Aboki and Fulani, Eya Brussels Yedo. Aboki, one in my job, my brother. The last one will go. Full person yes. When they never even complete, they don't poo all the protector. Class, nerf, the full inside. You don't see how many class we bring. All of them will go to yes. Yes, the problem.
Mo kí wa nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi, mo kí wa ipa kúbójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí, mo kẹ́yìn ìyá, mo kẹ́yìn bàbá, mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo kí àbúrò. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ni olólùfẹ́ yín. Ayé ọpẹ́ yọ ṣe yọ lọ́dọ̀ tí yín náà ní agbára lọ́wọ́ àṣẹ̀dá. Ayé ọpẹ́ a máa yọ fún wa olórí wa lórí ọmọ lórí ìdáwọ́lé wa òun láyé ọpẹ́ ló máa fi máa yẹ. Mo ní ká jọ gbéwó yẹ̀wò lọ́jọ́ títí òní. Ó ṣọ̀kì ẹ̀, ó bà wọ́n lẹ́rù. Ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tí brọ́dà, ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ, ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tí ọ̀nkù wa, ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ, ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tí dádì wa, ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ. Kẹ wá wo nǹkan tó ṣe tó wò dé gbẹ̀yìn, ó máa miss a lot. A dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àṣẹ̀dá. Wípé kí ni. Àní màkànmákan lóye ń kàn, oyè tó dáa, ó máa kan àwa ọmọ Yorùbá. Oyè ìdùnnú ó máa kan àwa ọmọ Yorùbá. Oyè ìgbéga ó máa kan àwa ọmọ kóòtù òjíire. Àwa ọmọ Odùduwà ó máa kàn wá. Bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Irú àwọn nǹkan wo ni ìyá mi, bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàbúrò mi? Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tí brọ́dà yìí sọ. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ omi bọ́ ní ojú ẹni tó bá gbọ́ wípé báwo ni ilé ayé ṣe lè rí báyìí.
Wow. Nigeria, our country. It is fine. This video where they do I'm like this. And they do this video. And they dedicate this video from the seat of councillor down to the seat of president. This video na for una. In fact, to all our leaders, now no see am, person just do work for 3 months. You not even reach a month. It will be 3 months. Nigeria president is signing 160 million for each person. All the players, they are 24 if I am not mistaken. 160 million for each of them. And all the coach, they are collecting 80 million. 80 million. All the player, president give them 3-bedroom flats, each of them. And a Nigeria soldier, number one security of this country, money where they pay him from the very day where the person go join army till 35 good years. That is when you have luck to serve the 35 years. Plus the one where they will pay you, say you don't retire, may you go rest. If you join them together, you know rich money, whether they give those gears where do work of 1 month. The money where they give each of them now, join them together, they throw off where they even win, you know richer. They say they make Nigeria proud. A soldier that have been suffered, die, some of them no return, go their village with their hand. Some no go with their ears. Some no go with their two legs. Some no go with their spinal cord. Some died in the bush like animal, bed in the bush. Animal eat their flesh. They were nowhere to be found. Money where they pay them for salary. A private soldier that pass out today, money no reach 110. 110 that he no reach. Before they go even pay that money, all the stone and the wood, all of them go cry before the money go come. And person will just work for 1 month, they collect 160 million plus apartment. Wetin soldier do now? Wetin soldier do the country? But the whole die, when soldier they die. Some go join today, they don't even chop 1 month salary. To bury him as a hero, money no day to bury him. Some no even chop 2 months salary, money no day to bury him. A senator, they collect 29 million every month. Money where soldier work for 35 years, you know even rich money where senator they collect for 1 month. Those years now, they collect 160 million. Because they win the trophy. And the trophy no even reach wait till the gather give them. Plus the one where governors donate together. Well, the only thing when me at the thank God be say, nobody they bribe death. If death come, nobody they bribe her. Take this one, I bet no kill me. Take this one, I bet no kill my children. You know, if you don't come, you don't come. You never take Buhari, don't go. I want see person who go right and see as Buhari go there, now him be president for there. I want see the person who go right and come up read them. The way that they bring animal husbandry, Gbogbo history, Gbogbo for the country. See, if Abacha no fit carry this word, this country, go grave with them, go day for there, nobody go fit do them again. And as still they talk this thing, one day God will climb horse, enter Jerusalem. That's the way that they sing Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna for freedom, happiness and joy. God will command Israel from the hand of Egypt that time. that the same God go locate Nigeria one day when military go come off from civilian hand where joy go dey. One day God will use one civilian for there, he go still use them for Nigeria when Nigeria go still better. House where soldier dey sleep for barrack, even a senator dog will not go fit enter that room. Well, I still thank God. Buhari don't do it, he don't go. Abacha do it, he don't go. Well, I thank God. The thing why soldier do now go talk am. Because God they have where you know they sleep. That God where you know they sleep every night and day they see him. And that is him God go fight for soldier one day, especially other rank. The kind God where use other rank for another country, you go use one other rank for this country. And by the special grace of God, it will come to pass. See the time where they do this video, 2:52 a.m. Now they do this video. So today, now 30th July 2025. Now they do this video. So please, anybody who see this video, help me to share them, they carry them, they go. God will fight for one country where other rank go there. That the same God, he go fight for this country. One other rank go comot this country. Where would they so? He go comot them the way God used Moses comot Israel from Egypt hand. God go use one other rank comot this very country from pains, from tears, sorrow, everything. What would they pass through? And I just they do on our own. That God they watch. And like as I talk now get money, now children know they did this country. Now children they another country, they watch us for television. How soldier they die. Men no worry. That God they watch. I clap hand for you, Mr. Tinubu. Thank you very much for make them happy. Thank you very, very much for make them happy. No wahala.
Ìyá wa yìí, ìyá olóríire, ìyá alálùbáríkà yìí, ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ. Mo mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó yìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀ náà nìyẹn. Àní ní Áfíríkà sẹ́, àsìkò yẹn ti ń tó. Èmi máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn, mo ní ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, mo ní bọ́ọ̀lù lọ̀rọ̀ ilé ayé. Mo ní ṣe lọ̀rọ̀ yìí dàbí bọ́ọ̀lù. Ó dàbí bọ́ọ̀lù ni. Ẹ má jẹ́ kémi sọ̀rọ̀ jù. Eléyìí ṣọ́ọ̀kì o, eléyìí ṣọ́ọ̀kì. Ó yà wọ́n lẹ́nu. Ó yà wá lẹ́nu, gbogbo wa pátápátá ló yà lẹ́nu. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, ojú òní tiwa, àánú gbà. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ kó àwọn fídíò náà wá. Mo rò pé ẹ rí ọdún eégún tá à ń wò nínú UK, nínú Newcastle, lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ń bíbà. Níbi tí àwọn kan máa ti sọ wípé ẹbọ ló ń ṣe. Eléyìí ò kì í ṣe ẹbọ tàbí ìṣẹ̀ṣe tiwọn ni. Àwọn náà ń ṣe ìṣẹ̀ṣe tiwọn. Ojú òní tiwa. Emma Bamikalo, God bless you. Let's go there.
Now, Namibia has introduced new visa regulations requiring U.S. citizens, along with nationals from over 30 countries, including the UK.
Namibia is flipping.
This one's sending shockwaves all the way to Capitol Hill. Namibia has made history, and not in a quiet way. A brand new president is in office, Ntumbo Ndindietwa, and she's rewriting the rules from day one. Her first move, a direct, no-nonsense message that's reached the ears of Donald Trump and top US officials. For years, African citizens have been boxed out by US visa policies, delays, denials, disrespect. Meanwhile, American travelers enjoyed a free ride into African nations. No paperwork, no restrictions, no questions asked. Well, that free ride is over. Namibia just turned the tables in a way nobody saw coming. President Ndindietwa made the new rule loud and clear. If Africans have to go through hoops to get into America, then Americans will face the same when entering Africa. One for one. No exceptions. And here's where things get interesting. Trump brushed it off at first, but now he's paying attention. Before we peel back the layers of this diplomatic shakeup, and the bigger picture it reveals do us a solid. Hit that like button. What's coming next? You won't want to miss a second, because right now, over 500 Americans in Namibia have been told, pack your bags, you're leaving. Why? They ignored the country's brand new visa law. No application, no legal entry. And Namibia? They're done playing host to rule breakers. But the real bombshell? What did these Americans actually do? Why this sudden, sweeping order? And if they don't leave, what's next? Forced deportations. Let's unpack it. Namibia, a smile and a passport. If Africans have to apply to visit the US, Americans now have to apply to visit Namibia. That's not bureaucracy. That's equality. This isn't just another law. It's a defining moment. And it comes from a president making waves as Namibia's first woman head of state. Her name is Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, and she's not making noise out of spite. She's making moves based on principle. For too long, Namibian travelers were forced to jump through humiliating hoops to visit the US. Long waits, interrogations, rejections for no clear reason. All while Americans walked through Namibian airports like VIPs, passports barely checked. Those days, gone. From now on, American visitors will need a visa on arrival, and it'll cost them $90. That's only the beginning. Officials have already launched a crackdown on Americans living and working in Namibia without legal documents. This is bigger than tourism, it's a message. Africa is no longer playing second fiddle, and Namibia is sounding the alarm. Over 500 Americans are now facing expulsion. But they weren't all beach-hopping tourists. Some were knee-deep in Namibia's mineral-rich industries, diamonds, copper, uranium, working off the books, no permits, no oversight. And they've been doing it for years, quietly, under the radar. Not anymore. Namibian immigration has started issuing official deportation orders, and the government is enforcing them, firmly but by the rule of law. This isn't chaos, it's a new standard. No more diplomatic shields. No more Western passports getting a free pass. President Ndaitwah's message couldn't be more grounded. This isn't a strike at America, it's a stand for balance. Namibians have to jump through legal fires to enter Washington. So now, Americans will need to do the same in Windhoek. Her tone was measured, clear, unshakable. And then she dropped something even bigger, something the world wasn't ready for. In a historic pivot, President Ndaitwah announced a visa-free policy for every African nation. That's right. While Americans now have to line up for entry, Africans across the continent are being welcomed open arms. Why? Because Africa isn't the issue, it's the future. This shift isn't isolated, it's a puzzle piece in a larger Pan-African vision. The goal? A borderless continent, free movement, stronger economies, unity over division. An Africa where no African is treated like a stranger on African soil. As expected, reactions are exploding. Across the continent, people are celebrating this bold new direction. But behind the polished walls of power in Washington and Europe, quiet alarm bells are ringing. Because the real question is, if Namibia can do this, who's next? Namibia's stand goes way beyond immigration. It's sparking a whole new conversation. Is Africa finally taking control of its diplomatic future? Are more African nations ready to demand the respect they've been denied for too long? Or will there be retaliation, economic threats, diplomatic freeze-outs? No one knows, but one thing's certain. Africa is no longer requesting change. It's declaring it. And Namibia is leading the march. But why aim this policy directly at the United States? The answer's simple. It was time. Namibians have faced nearly impossible odds getting into the US. Entrepreneurs, students, even patients seeking treatment, were turned away by arbitrary rules, heavy documentation, and deeply biased assumptions based on birthplace alone. Families missed weddings, funerals, medical care, all while Americans parachuted into Namibia for safari tours, business, and mining, with barely a question. This wasn't a policy gap. It was a deep insult. And when President Nindaipuwa took the oath of office, she wasted zero time setting things straight. Namibia would no longer be a playground for unequal partnerships. Her administration did a full review of visa policy, and the numbers were damning. Americans had far more access to Namibia than Namibians ever had to the US. Worse still, hundreds of Americans had no legal status. They'd used outdated loopholes, ignored regulations, and worked illegally in protected sectors without consequence. They weren't just overstaying stamps. Some never had valid entry documents to begin with. Others were operating businesses, drilling resources, or even running missions outside the law. And here's the kicker. Namibia gave them a chance to make it right. Retroactive applications, a chance to stay, legally. They failed, not because of bias, but because they didn't meet the standards. The same standards African citizens have been held to for decades. Namibia didn't act out of anger. It acted out of resolve. A new precedent is here, and for once, it's not coming from the West. It's coming from Windhoek. That's when President Nandindaitwa made the call that changed everything. She gave the green light for full deportation procedures to begin. The message couldn't be clearer. If you wouldn't let our citizens break your laws, don't expect to break ours. Inside the US Embassy, chaos. Lobbyists started dialing every number they could. American officials pushed for mercy, but Namibia stood firm. This wasn't a grudge, it was a stand. Not against people, but for principle, for dignity, for balance. Namibia wasn't singling out Americans or starting a feud. It was pulling back the curtain on a system built on double standards. The US deports foreigners daily with zero hesitation. But when Namibia enforces the same standards, suddenly it's controversial. That's the illusion Namibia just shattered. And here's where it gets even more powerful. Most African countries avoid confronting the West, worried about trade threats, political blowback, or quiet retaliation. But Namibia, it didn't flinch. It didn't pause. It didn't backtrack. President Nandindaitwa didn't come out swinging. She came out standing. She reminded the world of something that's always been true, but rarely enforced. Reciprocity is respect. If Americans need a visa to visit Brazil, Russia, or China, why should Africa, of all places, keep handing out open-door access like it's nothing? Especially after centuries of being mined, drained, and overlooked. Namibia's move wasn't about emotion. It was about strategy. And the ripple effect hit hard. Inside diplomatic offices and corporate boardrooms, alarm bells went off. The world was watching. And for once, Africa wasn't asking for access. It was setting terms. Namibia told the world, this continent isn't your open-air playground. It's not a resource buffet. And it's definitely not a red carpet for nations that won't roll one out in return. And the first to feel that reality? The United States. The moment Namibia made its move, panic swept across the Western diplomatic scene. Embassies in Windhoek scrambled. Urgent cables were sent. Because this wasn't just about visas. This was about sovereignty. The kind of sovereignty that Africa's been denied for over a century. First under colonialism, now under so-called diplomacy. And if the West thought they could intimidate Namibia into silence, they clearly underestimated who they were dealing with. Namibian officials made it clear. Every nation, no matter how small, has the right to guard its borders. The US does it every day, aggressively. So why should Namibia be seen as hostile for doing the same? That question.
Gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa share fídíò yìí. Wàhálà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà o. Wàhálà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ wa yìí o. Àwọn ìjọba kọ́ ló fẹ́ pa wá, la fẹ́ para wa. Àwa gẹ́gẹ́ la fẹ́ para wa o. Gbogbo ẹni tá bá mójútó ohun tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí, àwọn tó máa kú máa pọ̀ gan o. Sẹ́rí onílàákà ìní kó fa balẹ̀ bá wa lọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. À ń kọjá lọ ní àná. À ń lọ láti Òṣogbo, à ń lọ fún àbúrò wa kan fẹ́ ṣe graduation kéwú torí ẹni tí ò ní yé nílọrin. Àwa fẹ́ kọjá lẹ́rìn ibi àlàfo ẹ̀rìn sí Ọ̀fà yẹn. Àlàfo bí ẹ̀rìn sí Ọ̀fà poli yẹn. Ṣé fáwọn ọlọ́sẹ̀ tí kan máa ń dúró bẹ́ẹ̀? Ẹni tó bá mọ ọ́fíìsì tàbí tí mo fi ń hàn yìí ó yẹ kó ti mọ àwọn ọlọ́sẹ̀ tí mo sọ. Bọ̀bọ̀ kan wá wà náà ọlọ́sẹ̀ tí yẹn wọ́n dúró lójú ọ̀nà lánàá kí ni déètì àná ní August 3 lánàá tí mo kọjá nínú àwọn tí wọ́n kó sójú ọ̀nà àwọn 5 ni wọ́n kó sí ojú ọ̀nà. Sunday lọ́jọ́ yẹn jẹ́ bóyá tí ó rí fídíò yìí lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́ ló ti máa sọ déètì bẹ́yẹn. Monday ni mo ń ṣe fídíò. Ẹni yìí ìkànnù wọn Adéyẹmí ló ń jẹ́ ó wá dá wa dúró. Ó béèrè driving license á fún ó rí pé ó wà òkè. Ó béèrè ìwé mọ́tò á fún ó rí pé ó wà intact. Ó béèrè fire extinguisher á fún ó tẹ̀ tún yẹ fire extinguisher wò mọ́ wọn pé kí ló ń wò lára fire extinguisher ṣé fẹ́ kẹ̀ tún wà ní bóyá fẹ́ kẹ̀ tún wà pẹ̀lú omi ó tún rí pé yẹn náà wà intact. Ó béèrè sí caution ó rí pé ó wà intact. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ó tún béèrè extra tire ó rí pé ó náà wà intact. Gbogbo nǹkan ló ti béèrè ó sì rí pé gbogbo ẹ̀ pé ó wá lọ ń wo táyà lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé èmi ò mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé wọ́n tẹ̀ tún máa ń wo táyà ẹ mọ̀ èmi ò mọ̀ pé táyà tún ní expiring date èmi ò mọ̀ èmi ṣe ń mọ̀ náà ni táyà bá lá wọ́n máa sọ pé ní táyà yìí ti lá èmi ṣe ń mọ̀ ní tèmi ni táyà ò dẹ̀ lá so àwọn awo táyà lọ ṣẹ́rí fídíò yìí náà ó máa padà sọ́dọ̀ àwọn tó ń ta táyà náà táyà tí mo rà yìí náà inú ọdún yìí náà ni mo rà bọ̀ mí ní dákọ̀ bí tí mo ti rà torí pé ẹni yẹn kì í ṣèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ó súnmọ́ kó jẹ́ pé àwọn náà mistake ló wáyà àwọn náà máa wo fídíò ìbáyìí mo dẹ̀ máa dọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n náà padà báwo ni màá ṣe ra táyà lọ́dún yìí báwo ni màá ṣe ra táyà lọ́dún yìí sọ pé táyà ti expire láì ṣe yúgọ́ọ̀tì ìwé òfòwò nìyẹn báwo ni màá ṣe ra táyà lọ́dún yìí owó táyà wọ́n náà. àwọn táyà kékèké ni light truck wọ́n ní táyà ti expire bóyá kò dẹ̀ expire bóyá wọ́n lo bóyá kóòdì náà ni wọ́n lò fún wa wọ́n wo táyà méjì apá òsì wọ́n ní kò expire wọ́n wá wo táyà méjì apá ọ̀tún wọ́n ní yẹn ti expire adẹjọ́ rà papọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà ni táyà mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin yẹn kan náà la change ẹ̀ bóyá wọn ni wọ́n wá ń worọ́ tí wọ́n sọ pé ti expire wọ́n ti ibìkan tako 17 wọ́n ní ìyẹn ni pé 2017 ní táyà yẹn nǹkan tí mo rí nìyẹn mi ì mọ̀ wò mi ò lè bá wọn jiyàn ok ọ̀rọ̀ ti wá rí báyìí wọ́n láwọn máa búkú wa téèyàn mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ nta mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ but on the normal stuff in tí mo rò pé kó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àfà táyà yìí ti expire o ìkéṣe ọjọ́ mi ẹ lọ gẹ́ẹ̀tì mi o ẹ má ṣe báyìí mọ́ o ẹni yóò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ àwa wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ á bẹ̀bẹ̀ gbogbo Ọlọ́run la fi bẹ̀ mo fi Ọlọ́run tó dá mi mo fi búra ibi tí a bẹ ní ìdé ẹni tí wọ́n fídíò yìí kò sẹ́ni tí wọ́n lè bẹ̀bẹ̀ lórí irú nǹkan yìí ẹni tó bá bẹ̀bẹ̀ tí ò forí jẹ ẹni tí ń bẹ̀ olórí burúkú èèyàn ni ẹni yẹn gan kò lè rí àánú lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọmọ tuntun tó wà nínú mọ́tò ọmọ tuntun tó wà nínú mọ́tò wọ́n ní láti da gbogbo wálẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọmọ tuntun bí atẹ́gùn tuntun ṣe ń fẹ́ tó dákọ̀ ọ̀sán tó báyìí wọ́n wà mọ́tò wọn ní ọ́fíìsì wọn dà wálẹ̀ bá a ṣe bẹ̀ wọ́n tó programu tá ń lọ a bẹ̀ wọ́n lórí ẹ̀bẹ̀ ní programu tá ń lọ kò padà ṣe programu yóò padà hold mọ́ wọ́n ti parí programu gan already ìgbà tó ti wá dìbẹ̀ yẹn ó da èlò wa ní èlò ní offense wa wọ́n ní 10,000 naira wọ́n ní 10,000 naira ní táyà kan wọ́n ní ẹni tó lọ nísìn wọ́n ní irú offense tó commit làwọn náà commit pé iye kan náà la máa jọ san pé kò sí pé kìnnìkan wọ́n ní ẹni tó lọ nísìn ẹni yẹn náà gun mọ́sù ẹni yẹn náà lọ ń bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ní 10,000 naira ló san fún táyà kan pé táyà méjì ní tiwa àwọn san 20,000 naira so ìyẹn la gbọ́ tó jẹ́ kẹ́bẹ̀ pọ̀ ọ̀nà normal stuff náà kówó kan tẹ̀lé pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa náà 20,000 naira ló kẹ́ náà ta táyà so bá a ṣe wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ tó náà wọ́n gbà ó lẹ́yìn tá a ti lo more than 2 hours níbẹ̀ yẹn ẹ máa wà ìlójú àánú o pẹ̀lú ọmọ tuntun atẹ́gùn burúkú atẹ́gùn òjò dẹ̀ ń fẹ́ ọwọ́ akọ Adéyẹmí lórúkọ bàbá yẹn ẹ bá mi dé ní ẹ̀rìn sí Ọ̀fà àwọn ló ṣe tẹ̀rìn sọ́fà ló ṣe ti wà lọ́sọ̀gbọ̀ ló ṣe ti wà ní ọ̀nà à ń pàdé ló ṣe ti lọ́dẹ̀ Èkó bá ṣe ń sábùkọ wọn ò dà wọ́n làmú tó bá rí láyé nígbà tá a tiẹ̀ tí ní nǹkan pé àwọn ló ṣe tẹ̀gbọ́ta lọ́nà lọ́rin ó gbé booking jáde ó wá ní torí tọmọ tuntun òun máa kọ booking 3,000 fún wa àwa san 3,000 naira yẹn wọ́n gbà sí àkáǹtì yẹn nìkan. wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ kọ 10 síbi ìwé kan o. wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ kọ 10 síbi ìwé kan. aṣọ 3,000 wọ́n gbà sí àkáǹtì yẹn nìkan. later gbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ fi ìwà tafẹ́ mọ́ lọ ni mo wá ní in case of tán bá dá mi dúró jọ́ mi náà àti pé torí ẹ jẹ́ kí n mo ní ká ṣàlàyé offense ẹ jẹ́ kí n wo bí tí gbogbo àwọn offense gan wà. so màá lè mọ nǹkan míì tí ń mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ tí màá lè torí mi máa ń gbìyànjú láti ní gbogbo nǹkan bó tẹ̀lé pé yòó lé ní gbogbo nǹkan tán Nàìjíríà yìí wàá sì tún rí ibìkan tí wọ́n tún gbẹ̀yàn lọ pé ọ̀tún ní nǹkan yìí torí ọjọ́ ìsìn báyìí wọ́n ní ẹjẹ́ tún wo àwọn offense mi náà mo wá sí kí ní ẹgbẹ́ ni mo ti rí pé extra tire ọ̀ táyà tó bá ti expire ibẹ̀ mo ti padà wá rí pé 2,000 naira ló wà níwájú ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ sọ fún wa pé 20,000 naira la máa san ó sọ wá pé ọ̀fẹ́sì wa 10,000 naira ni ẹjọ́ gbogbo lọ́sẹ̀ ti Nàìjíríà ṣé àwọn tá à ń kó sí títì ṣé nǹkan kan ní ká máa ṣe nìyẹn. wọ́n ti fowó kún o kò yé wa mọ́ ibi tí wàhálà tuntun wá bẹ́lẹ̀ o tún wá sọ pé o ṣàánú mi bíi ti báwo pé owó pé torí pé gálàjì o ṣàánú mi ibẹ̀ nínú tí wá bí mo tí wá sọ̀rọ̀ a lò more than 5 hours níbẹ̀ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ la tí wọ́n ń gbàjẹ́ débi pé ó padà wá di pé wọ́n sọ pé bóyá ká padà wá gba mọ́tò ní Monday mo ní mo ráyè torí pé tá à ń lọ gan rẹ̀ ó ti bàjẹ́. ó tún wá sọ pé ní ó lè lo oṣù kan lọ́dọ̀ àwọn. ó ní mọ́tò lè lo oṣù kan lọ́dọ̀ àwọn mo ní fún kíni lórí kíni ẹ jọ gbogbo ẹ̀yin road safety ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ní ká máa ṣiṣẹ́ nu torí mo à ń pàdé road safety lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ à ń pàdé road safety nìbàdàn mo ò sì ní ṣe tí ò tọ́ àwọn road safety lọ ní bẹ́ẹ̀ mo sì ṣe mo ṣe ẹgbẹ́ ṣe ni. dáadáa tí ò ní nọ́mbà àmọye dáadáa tí ò ní nọ́mbà tí wọ́n dẹ̀ sí wálẹ̀. ó wá kó wá jẹ́ road safety ẹ̀rin ilé sí Ọ̀fà àwọn ni wọ́n wá ń gbaṣọ yìí lára àwọn àfáà báyìí nísìnyí báyìí ní tí mo bá fẹ́ sọ ni pé sẹ́rí ẹ bá mi sọ fún wọn mọ́tò yẹn kí wọ́n dà mọ̀ mọ́sù kọlọ̀ ash tá a bá ti rí ata bá ń bọ̀ njọ́ mi. bírèkì fẹ́ẹ̀lì ni o. kọ́mọ ibẹ̀ yẹn kò sí dáńdọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. bírèkì fẹ́ẹ̀lì ni o. tẹ́ ẹ bá ti rí mọ́tò yẹn tó bá ń bọ̀ njọ́ mi ẹ tètè yá o. ẹ ti mọ̀ pé bírèkì ló fẹ́ẹ̀lì. ẹ tètè yá o nkẹ́ ọkẹ́ tó kù tẹ́lẹ̀ fi dáa dún lẹ̀ tó kù tá a máa fi dúró oníkẹ́ gbé mọ́tò sáàrin ọ̀nà bóyá kẹ́ kúkú gbé mọ́tò sáàrin ọ̀nà bọ̀ mọ́sù ash wọ́n ti mọ wọ́n mọ mọ́tò yẹn ẹ mọ̀ báyẹn ìjọ tó bá tún ti bọ̀ ẹ má dùn ó gbọ́ o. ìyá bẹ́yẹn tó bá wọn owó lọ tó gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ o
mo kí gbogbo ojú tí wò mí ti ń gbọ́ mi jákèjádò orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáyé orúkọ mi ni ambassador àkànfẹ́ ìwò tí mo jẹ́ agbẹnusọ fún iléeṣẹ́ X2 Ultimate Herbal International Limited níléeṣẹ́ wa bí láti màmọ̀ dájú nǹkan kan tí eléyìnbó ń pè ní health is wealth ìlera lọ́rọ̀ kì í ṣàfẹnujẹ́ nìkan tá a bá ń gbọ́ ọ̀nà ìṣètí torí gbogbo lọ́gbọ̀n àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n ń kojú àìsàn tí a pè ní ìfúnpá gíga ìdí nìyí tí iléeṣẹ́ X2 Ultimate Herbal fi ṣètò oògùn ìfúnpá gíga fún ní powder àti ní olómi kò tán síbẹ̀ oògùn ìtọ̀ ṣúgà ó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ X2 Ultimate Herbal International Limited ní powder àti ní olómi òun náà lẹ̀ ń wò yìí oògùn ọ̀pẹ́ ẹ̀yìn wà tí a ti ṣe lọ́jọ̀ fún ẹni tó bá ń kojú ọ̀pẹ́ ẹ̀yìn torí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣòro iléeṣẹ́ wa níbí ní oògùn ẹ̀ tó lè bá wọn tán rẹ̀ lójú ọgbọ́n bákan náà ogunlọ́gọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n jẹ́ oníbìísí tí wọ́n ti rora wọn pín wípé Ọlọ́run ò lè ṣe ṣùgbọ́n tó jẹ́ pé àìsàn kan sómìíràn ní kọjú ọmọ bíbí wọn ó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ X2 Herbal International Limited fún ìwòsàn fún àwọn oníbìísí kò tó síbẹ̀ o a ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ oògùn tí a ṣe létò fún ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ẹni tó bá ní ikùn gbẹ̀ndù tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀rá ti pọ̀ jù lára ẹ̀ ó máa bá wa burn fat àpè ní X2 burn fat fún obìnrin àti fún ọkùnrin bákan náà fún iléeṣẹ́ X2 Ultimate Herbal International Limited a ní egbòogi èyí tá a ṣe ní powder fún ẹni tó bá ń kojú àìsàn stroke ó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ X2 Ultimate tẹ́ ẹ bá lé èèyàn tó ní lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ẹ dán wò ìjọba lù lóǹtẹ̀ fún lílò torí pé ojú dání káàkiri ni wọ́n ti mọ̀ wá nílẹ̀ yìí jákèjádò àgbáyé kò sí onírúurú àìsàn tàbí àrùn tẹ́ lè máa kojú tí a ní oògùn rẹ̀ egbòogi ẹ̀ tá a ti ṣe lẹ́jọ̀ torí ẹ̀ àìrìn jìnnà láìra gbúpẹ́ ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ o 079 0153 tàbí 0806 4000 204.